Call me a boomer, but when most people's reaction to the announcement of the metaverse was this, mine was this.
What the
Let me tell you why. We live in a highly digital world. Our phones distract us from our laptops. Our iPads distract us from our phones. Our TVs distract us from our iPads. There is no doubt whatsoever that we spend most of our days in front of a screen. And that's understandable. I'd rather work at a laptop than in a coal mine. But just as those who do work in coal mines are exposed to some danger, so are we, the digital crowd. The difference is that we seem to be less aware of what might go wrong if we make the wrong move, and we make it all the time. We're glued to our phones for many hours in the day. We're in so much need of being stimulated that it seems impossible to disconnect from that and just sit and do nothing for a while. We scroll when we rest, when we commute, when we eat, when we shit, and again, that's not always terrible, but it seems that it's about to get much, much worse. Listen, this might all be false if the metaverse fails, but let's assume it doesn't. Let's assume that the keynote vision comes to fruition exactly as intended to. In that case, we could become anyone or anything we want. We could meet with our friends like in real life without having to leave our room. We could create spaces that we've never even dreamt of, and we could participate in thrilling activities with just a click of a button. That is exciting, right? Well, not exactly. Here are my problems with that. Alter ego. Remember what I just said, we could become anyone or anything we want. We could be shredded by design, we could be as tall or as short as we please, we could wear whatever clothes we want, unless they become NFTs. But the key is, our virtual selves could be as perfect as we can possibly imagine. All of our real life flaws could disappear in an instant. Inauthenticity at its finest. This will make us even more insecure than before. The moment we take off our VR goggles, we'll not only compare ourselves to others, but also to our fake selves, to the perfect version of ourselves that we can never live up to. But second of all, if all socializing happens in the metaverse, there won't be any incentive for us to work on our real selves. If we won't even have to leave our home to meet with our friends, obesity will skyrocket. Antisocial media. Just look at what happened after the lockdowns. People did not know how to talk to one another. I myself felt like I completely forgot how to socialize and behave around others. My confident small talk abilities? Bam, out the window. My willingness to tell and listen to stories? Gone in the trash. We need human connection, some more, some less, but it is crucial that we spend time with others, and the metaverse will make it convenient for many of us to forget about that. And man, regardless of how incredibly grateful I am for inventors like FaceTime, which allows me to stay in touch with my best friend who's currently in Norway, or connect with incredible creators from the other side of the globe, that will never replace the real world experiences I could have with them. This would never ever replace hanging out with them in the real life. Escapism. Talking about connecting to amazing creators from the other side of the globe, here is what one of my favorite has to say on this topic.
Our online wonderland will be filled with everything you could ever want and still will somehow lack substance. I think that's because it won't have any weight or texture. But it's those same two things that could make existing in our real world feel more like a chore than anything.
Existing in the metaverse will be simply easier than in the real world, and that's exactly the reason why so many of us are addicted to social media already. But it doesn't have to be like this, and it shouldn't. In fact, let me show you. Freaking hell. Yeah, let's move here. Let's move to this part. Let's move to this part. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, please just don't stop here. Don't stop here. So I just started playing Red Hornet in the middle of a road. Alright, I feel like this video might be a little messy. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts here. The main thing I'm trying to convey is, why am I doing this? Why am I driving in this car which is almost twice as old as I am? And why am I taking it to a field in the middle of nowhere through terrible roads in this terrible weather? The answer is really simple. For the rest of my life, till the end of my days, I will remember the day in which I took out the red Hornet, which I'm sitting in right now, and took it out to a field to film a video about the metaverse. That's why. Real life is happening here. It's not always as pretty as we would like it to be. Sometimes the weather is terrible, but the world is still beautiful. And it's here. It's happening right now, outside of the house, and definitely away from your VR goggles and all other types of screens. This is not gonna be here forever, so take advantage of that. Why would you not grab this in your hands and just use this to its fullest potential? I need to make this clear. I am not a preacher, I am not a guru, and bloody hell do I need these videos for myself because I forget about what I'm talking about so often. But the world is beautiful. Life is beautiful as well. It's not easy. Definitely isn't. It's not straightforward. We all have to figure this out. But it's worth taking the shot. And the metaverse is just a simulation. The real deal is happening here.
No, to jest dobry kontakt.
Jakiś taki...
Ojeju.